Okay, welcome to a new episode of Farm Like a Hero, folks. I'm Richard Perkins. Today I'm here with Jake Eldridge of Oxton's Organics. The farm's in Worcestershire in the UK, and it actually featured in a feature-length video that I made with Jake back in September 2018 on our channel. And the farm was built up over 30 years ago by Jake's parents, Jane and Julian, and it was one of the first organic box schemes in the UK. The business sells all its produce within a 5-mile radius, serving local boxes to households, as well as to wholesale and distributors. And Jake took my original online training and has had a very interesting journey coming back into the family farm, helping convert the operation to run as no-dig, as well as getting into the heart of sales, planning, and bringing a lot of tree planting to the farm. Oxtons was also featured in our book, and I've been working with Jake to offer caterpillar tunnels to UK customers. I'm super excited for this episode and to hear the developments since we last met. So Jake, thanks so much for taking the time to be with us today.
A pleasure. Happy to be here. Yeah.
Awesome. Maybe you could just give us the sort of 3-minute overview of the farm for people that didn't catch our video, but I really recommend anyone listening to this to go back and watch that video on our YouTube channel first, because it will make a lot more sense of this interview. But give us a quick overview of what the farm looks like and what operations are going on there.
Okay, 3 minutes. All right, so we're mostly so the business is vegetables. We sell organic veg, wholesale and retail. We do all of that off a tiny percentage of our land. We own about 12 acres, and currently our gardens they're around 1 acre, but the bed space is around 2/3 of an acre. So it's pretty small. And from that, we do 100 veg boxes. We do quite a lot of wholesale, especially salads, and some other crops like radish. And on the rest of the farm, we've got mostly pasture. We've got a small flock of Gotland sheep, but increasingly we're trying to add some more perennial crops and some more habitat zones. Yeah, I mean, that's probably less than 3 minutes, but that's pretty much it, to be honest. I mean, yeah, and then, the farm is made up of me, my parents, Jane and Julian, and then my partner, Sam. She came in quite recently. And then we have a few trainees and some part-time staff as well. So from the land, we have about kind of 3 full-time roles and a couple of part-time roles.
I want to jump straight into more detailed stuff, because people can go back to that YouTube video and really see a good visual look around the farm. And I really want to pick up on a few different themes as we chat today that dig into the heart of some matters that I think are going to be really important for many people. Just to clarify the family situation, so your parents actually built their own home on the farm and built it up from a bare bit of land over the time. And maybe you can just share a bit about the process of coming back into the family farm. And just to clarify, you're not living on the farm right now, is that correct?
I am at the moment, because I'm renovating my narrowboat, which is where I will be living. But I was living on my narrowboat, but we had to move off to do some renovations, and then I'll be moving back on hopefully in a few months. Yeah, but my folks, they bought 5 acres of land. They met at a local agricultural college, and just when they'd finished their degrees, they saw some land come up. My mum was recently pregnant with my older sister. And they just saw some land come up. It was 5 acres in Fladbury. I think it was about £12,000 or €12,000 roughly, which was a bit of a steal in today's economy. But it's in floodplain, so it wasn't exactly like grade A agricultural land. They moved on to here in caravans. Like, we lived in caravans for about the first 13 years of my life, and we were quite lucky in that we managed to get planning permission to build a house here, which is now like a 3-story castle compared to the old caravans. But and then around the same time as well, we had 7 acres of council tenancy farmland, which came up on the border to the 5 acres that we'd originally bought. So that brought us up the whole holding down to 12 acres. And they were managing that just as a kind of organic vegetable rotation using green manures to manage fertility. And mostly, I mean, they started off with very little equipment, but as the years went on, they picked up different tractor implements. So they were doing mechanized planting and stuff like that. But it was always a small scale affair. They were, I think, of a max, they were growing on about 8 acres and doing about 120 veg boxes.